Hello, hello, all my yarny friends. It's Teresa with Critters Crochet, and today is Friday. So, today is the day that I update you finally on our Duck Dishcloth collab that I'm doing with Missy at Missy's Yarniverse and More, and about 19 other people. So, we've got quite a few that are involved in this, and I think I have the list in the description box. I will be sure to remind myself to put that in there. Go check out the list of all the creators that are doing this and go to their channels and check them out if you haven't. They are really awesome content creators and you will enjoy all of their channels. So go check them out. So what we're doing is Missy was doing a crochet along last year with dishcloths, and when they got towards the end, someone challenged her to do a dishcloth, um, a crochet along on her own channel. So she came across this book, the little encyclopedia of dishcloths, and I'll have this book linked to Amazon where you can get your copy. I got mine through Thrift Books, but I'll have both links in the description box. And what she does is she has a box that's her pond, and she has little rubber ducks in it. And inside the book, she took uh, they aren't numbered, so we went through and we numbered them 1 through 31. And she wrote the number on the bottom of each little ducky, has a number, and she draws out so many duck dishcloth, and that's the one that we do for that week. So I am about 3 weeks behind because, guys, I've got my PT I'm going through, everything else, and things just have gotten crazy. And so I hadn't finished all of the dishcloths that I needed to finish. So I'm going to get you caught up on about 4 dishcloths that I've done. I may show one that I've already shown. I seriously just do not remember which ones I've shown you and which ones I haven't. So the first one I want to show you is one week we did. Um, she also threw a little curve at us with this challenge, and where she had where we call release the quacking. And she has some rubber duckies in there that don't have numbers for these on them, but it says release the quacking. And then she has these larger ducks, and she draws a number and picks that duck, and it's a different pattern that's not in this book. And the last one she chose was from Yarnspirations about 3 weeks ago, and it was the rubber ducky scrubbies. I did not use the scrubby yarn to make these because that stuff kills my hands, but I did make the little rubber ducky dishcloth. Let me get a free hand here. And here's my little rubber ducky. The only thing I didn't do on here is put the little black dot for the eye, but I can go back and put that on there later. But there's my little rubber ducky. I think he turned out kind of cute. So that was about 3 weeks ago. We did that one. Then the next week, I hope I'm doing these in order. I don't know if I am or not, but here we go. The next one that I missed that I hadn't shown you all yet, it's called the chevron columns. And it's this one right here. And it was really, really fun to make because what you do is you have 2 rows of, I believe were they half double crochet or just, no, they were double crochets. Double crochets. And then on this row um you made a V-stitch. And then the next row would be the cream color. And then when you did the second color, you did another V-stitch, but you did it in the middle of the previous one. So it looks like chains going up. So I did mine with yellow and brown. I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby, and this is what mine looks like. I really like this one, and it went together very quickly because it's double crochet, guys. It's chevron double crochet, so it worked up really fast. Maybe about an hour, hour and 15 minutes, something like that. I had this made, so there's that one. Then we did, okay, then she pulled, there was the next one from out of this book, And let me find it real quick. Dun, dun, dun. I should have marked these pages, is what I should have done. But I did not. Now I need to go on a hunt. Let's see. Where are you, little guy? Oh, called the Scallops. And it's this one right here. Very cute. You do the half of the dishcloth of the scallops, and then you fasten off your yarn, and you start again, and you make another panel of 8 rows and fasten that off and stitch them together. So that was this one. And I had some 24/7 cotton in a navy blue, and so here is mine. You can kind of see the pattern if I hold it up to the wall there. But there is mine. I am really having fun making all these dishcloths, guys. Really am. Then there was another Release the Quacken drawn. Excuse me, my nose is itching, something awful. And so it was a Yarnspirations pattern. I don't have the patterns pulled up to show you, but I will link them in the description box. It was a Yarnspirations pattern for a clover dishcloth, and this is what mine looks like. My leaves didn't look as defined as most people's did. Some of them, go back and watch, some of the girls did variegated colors for the inside part, which was really fun. But the way they wanted you to do this, at first it was really confusing. And it took me a minute for it to click. But what they want you to do is a chain of 4 and make it into a ring, and then you slip stitch into the ring and you make your first petal, and it's with increases, first leaf on your clover. Then you fasten off, then you reattach another for the second leaf into it, and you make the second leaf. You don't attach them. And I if I make this again, I think I would rather go ahead and attach them as I go. um, Probably what I do, because having 4, and you make all 4 leaves that way, then you go back with a surface crochet. I did a slip stitch. I couldn't figure it. It called for a running stitch. I wasn't sure what that was, and I wanted to get this done because I had other projects I had to get to. So I just did a single crochet to join all 4 of them. But having them loose and hanging while you're trying to work on one leaf was really got in the way. So I think the next time if I make this again, I will attach it as I go. But anyway, there's my clover from the Yarnspirations pattern right there. So that, I think that gets us caught up on all of those that I missed showing you guys. Um, so what did she pick yesterday? It was, let me get to the page. Page 80, the striped lace. This is the one that the duckies picked yesterday. So we're going to be working on this one. This one's fun. I'm almost finished with it. All I have to do is finish the outside border. But all you're doing is you're doing doubles and chain ones in each row. Your When you do the next row, you do your double in the chain one of the previous row. So it kind of staggers those double crochets. And then you do a surface crochet to make the 3 stripes on each end, and then across and around the outside you do the crab stitch or the reverse single all around the outside to make the border. So I am working on this. I'm almost finished with it, so I will be showing you this one next Friday. And so yeah, that's what we're doing so far. I think we have that. I think that one is number 18. Let me go back and count. We have 31 of these, plus if we do any more of there's 2 more of the Release the Quackens. So there's a potential for 80 or for 20 more. Let's see. I think we have 1, 2, 3, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, this was 17. This was week. This one, the striped what did I call that? Sorry, let me go back to it. Striped lace is, I believe this is either number 17 or 18. So, and we have 31 in this book. So we're getting there. We are halfway through, over halfway through, but I'm really having fun. This is the one that I keep hoping the duckies will draw. It's the angel dishcloth. They haven't drawn it yet. And every week, every Thursday, it's so funny. When I'm watching Missy's um, video and the ducks are about to pick their dishcloth, I just keep saying it's number 13, and I keep going 13, 13, 13. So they haven't drawn 13 yet. So maybe next week will be the angel one, but I'm really looking forward to making this one. So that's where we are with the Duck dishcloth. I have PT today. It's starting to get easier, the PT, except for the knee that I had replaced. The calf muscle on that leg keeps drawing up and tightening, and it is driving me insane because it is a killer. And anytime I go in with this leg draw with that muscle drawn up, they want to lay me down on the table and rub that muscle, and I just about come off the table. I don't know if you guys have ever had a tight muscle and they've rubbed on it. It feels like it's ripping. It's like, ah. So today I thought it would be funny to wear this t-shirt to PT. What do you think? You're killing me, Smalls. So we'll see what they think about this shirt today. I have somebody told me if you rub Vicks Vapor Rub on your muscle, it'll help. It'll help to loosen it up. And they said it's because of the uh, eucalyptus and menthol that's in it. Well, I thought I had some Vicks, and I don't, but I have some eucalyptus oil, essential oil. And so I've been rubbing eucalyptus oil on my calf muscle. It seems to be helping a little bit. So, man, but yesterday, I didn't have PT yesterday, but I did a lot of walking, a lot of stretching, and I feel like my leg was bending better yesterday. So hopefully I get a good number today. Wednesday's PT, my leg bent at 113. They want your leg at the end of your 6 weeks, and this is my third week of PT, about to finish my third week. At the end of 6 weeks, they want the bend of your knee to measure 120 degrees. And Wednesday, I measured 113, and I'm only halfway through PT. So, yay. So, guys, help me send good vibes my way, prayers that I measure more than 113 today. Um, so we'll see how PT goes, but that is my Duck Dishcloth update. And sorry about last night, y'all, not being able to do the live. Shannon and I both had a day yesterday. Um, the I don't know what it is about some days with my pain medication, I'm alert. Like today, I don't feel sleepy at all. Yesterday, I was knocked out the whole day. That's all I did was sleep, and I was so groggy. I did not know. I was planning on doing the live, but I just did not know how I was going to do it because I was so groggy. And then Shannon called, and she had a lot going on yesterday, and she's got, y'all pray for her. She has some dental issues that are causing her some pain, a lot of pain, and just pray that that all gets taken care of and she's back to normal soon. But that was another reason why we canceled the live last night, is because she was in so much pain from these dental issues that she's having. So keep her in your prayers. Pray that my PT goes good today, and we will have a live again Tuesday night for our Tink Peel Club. And so we will see you guys on a live Tuesday night. Um, so yeah, and today, this is the month of May, so stay tuned on Monday. I am going to jump back into, I have not even told Heather at Strings and Threads this, but I'm planning on jumping back into Battle of the Stitches. So I'm going to be talking to Heather about that over this weekend, um, and see if she wants to get back into the routine of us doing our videos, of inviting a couple people to go along with us. I'm going to talk to her about that this weekend. and see if we want to jump back into the normal Battle of the Stitches that we had been doing previously, or if she just wants to do this month on Facebook too. But I will update you on the Battle of the Stitches and what we're doing on Monday. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Love love on your family and make memories and don't waste a single second. Um, and I hope to see you on Monday and have a great weekend. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.